Manchester United lose 2-0 to Crystal Palace, but it's alright because we're going to get Mathys Tel, we're going to get an attacker in. Nope. Ineos watched that game, saw that they were playing Kobbie Mainoo up top, let Rashford go, let Anthony go, and they thought, you know what, it's a bit of a financial package. We're more than happy not to bring anyone else new in. We're more than happy not to sign an attacker for Ruben Amorim. What is this news? What is this story? What is the latest outcome? Is Tel off? I'm going to give you all the latest Manchester United news wrapped into a 10-minute video for you guys. But first things first, I just want to say this. This feels so weird. Sam C from the United Stand said, worldwide exclusive photo. Marcus Rashford has signed his Aston Villa contract. Medical and media duties are wrapped up. Understand, deal set to go through shortly. This is weird. I to be honest, like seeing Rashford in Aston Villa kit, it just feels weird to me. Like I always thought he was going to retire at United and be a United legend, and it's sad that he'll probably never play for United. But look, as I said, Villa's the right move for him, right move for his career. I think it's a good move for Villa. I think it's a good move for all parties. But it just feels weird. But let's hope he goes smashes it out on Villa and we can get a nice fee for him in the summer. Wish Rashford all the best. His first game will be versus Tottenham next week. That'll be an interesting game to watch. He loves the game versus Tottenham, but it is weird. But we're not here to talk about Marcus Rashford because we've been talking about him the whole window. I'm fed up with it. We're here to talk about Mathys Tel. Mathys Tel will not join Manchester United. Negotiations between Manchester United and Bayern Munich have failed. Bayern Munich have been too greedy in their exchange with Manchester United for Mathys Tel. Manchester United were offering a loan deal with option to buy for Tel. Bayern wanted a permanent deal. Deal is off. Is coming out from reports in France. Now, I don't think the deal is 100% off. Now, these are quite reliable sources. Fabrice Hawkins is quite a reliable source. Is Bayern thinking Man United are in for the player? We want more money. We want a permanent deal. I'm not sure because we got reports 2 days ago that Bayern were happy to do a loan with an obligation to buy. We know that Tel didn't want to leave permanently. He wanted a loan with an obligation to buy for minutes. I'm a little confused because I'm going to scroll through. This is what came out 40 minutes before that story dropped. This story dropped from Florian Plettenberg. Tel has decided to go to United with immediate effect. Concrete negotiations are underway between Bayern and United. Man United have submitted a loan offer which Bayern immediately rejected. Bayern are not satisfied with the offered package from England. Bayern are pushing for an obligation to buy or permanent transfer. Complicated talks are ongoing. Arsenal not off. And it was also said that United are getting closer to a deal for Mathys Tel. They are clearly front runners ahead of Chelsea and Arsenal. Mathys Tel decided to join United with immediate effect, but Bayern are pushing for a better deal. Manchester United advancing in negotiations with Bayern Munich for Tel. Now, there's now reports coming out that the Tel deal is off, and then you've got Simon Stone saying that insiders are playing down the prospect of United signing anyone on deadline day. Deals for Tel and Nkunku are regarded as unlikely. And Simon Stone is a very, very reliable source of information, a tier 1 source, but he's briefed by the club. And sometimes when sources are briefed by the club, they can be used as a negotiation tactic or negotiation spin. Could United be briefing Simon Stone, one of the most reliable journalists, that they're not going to go back in for Tel, they can't do the deal to make Bayern lower the sort of demands for Tel? Because Bayern agreed to let Tel go. Tel had sort of said to Bayern he wants to go, he wants minutes. And we got told 2 days ago that Bayern were willing to do a loan with option to buy. They thought that was absolutely fine. But now they only want to do a loan with obligation to buy. The player is pushing for the move. He said yes to United. Now, reports are saying Tel is off. I don't 100% think it's off until Romano or Ornstein say it's off. It's not going to happen. Because I almost think Tel could really push for it tomorrow. Bayern will then agree with the option to buy. I think Bayern are also going, this is Man United, they're mugs in the window. Chelsea have got a bigger buy option in their loan deal with Dortmund for Carney Chukwuemeka than we've got who is a broad league, than we've got on our loan deal with Marcus Rashford. 40 million for Rashford is the option to buy. Chukwuemeka's just over 40 million option to buy. Everybody knows Sancho, 25 million option to buy. Everyone knows that United, they sell for cheap, they overpay. Look, we don't have money to spend anything in January, but they're probably thinking, can we get a higher option to buy, an obligation to buy? I think that, I don't know, until Romano honestly said this off, I don't think it's 100% off. But if it is off, it's an absolute disgrace. There's a part of me that thinks that this is a bit of a game, a bit of negotiation tactic. This is just negotiations. We get told the deal's off, and then the next day it's on, because that happened with Bruno Fernandes. We got told we were leaving the race with Bruno, who was going to go to Portugal. Then 2 days later, Barcelona. Then 2 days later, we signed Bruno Fernandes. it is something that United do, but there are more and more reports saying the deal is off. So as of now, we have to take it as if the deal is off because we're only going to do a loan deal with an option to buy. We won't do a permanent. We won't do an obligation to buy. And Bayern don't want to do that. And Bayern have the power. So it might be down to the player pushing for the move. But insiders are playing down the prospect of Tel signing. And United signing Tel and Cuckoo on deadline days regardless unlikely. And all I'm going to say is this. You loan Anthony and Rashford out. Yeah, so we clearly need attacking reinforcement. I know Dorgu can come in for Anthony as maybe a wing-back option. We loan Rashford and Anthony out, and whether you like Rashford or not, if he played the last few games, we probably would have had a few more goals than we actually did. Even if Rashford's out of form, he was our top scorer until Ahmad scored that hat-trick in the Premier League. He averages a goal contribution every 130 minutes this season out of form, Rashford. Anthony and Rashford are gone. They could have been at least an option off the bench. Because we can't score goals. We could have played Crystal Palace for 3 hours and we wouldn't have scored. So you think surely if you've let both Anthony and Rashford go, you're going to bring in an attacker because that's Rashford. Villa are paying like over 150k a week of wages. So that's enough to bring someone on a loan. The manager's now starting Maino at striker, which for the first 20 minutes it looked alright, but he's not a striker obviously because he doesn't rate Rasmus or Xerxes. Garnacho's hit and miss. Ahmad's the only good attacker. Bruno's probably doing better in the 8, but decent in the front 3. We can't score an open play goal in the league unless it's a big deflection like Martinez versus Fulham. But we won't sign an attacker, even though we've loaned out 2 attackers, 1 to a rival, and we're playing Maino at striker. If Ineos and the Glazers, because it's not just on Ineos, it's the Glazers as well. Joel Glazer has a veto and has more control than you think, sadly. If we do not sign an attacker for Ruben Amorim in January, it is a joke, an absolute joke. I get that we don't want to be doing Weghorst, Gallo 2.0 and doing panic deals, we've been linked to Leon Bailey, El Bilal Toure. I don't think they improve us. I get that. I don't want to do panic deals. If you can get Nkunku on loan, no obligation to buy. If you can get Tel on loan, no obligation to buy. Go for it. Absolutely go for it because we need another body in attack. It can't be someone absolute trash, but we need another body in attack because that attack is thin. Like, an injury to Ahmad. If Ahmad Diallo got injured, and Ipswich start picking up some form, I'd be starting to get scared about relegation because we can't score goals. Like, Dorgu coming in should improve us, but this is a kid coming in. Leach is now injured. Are we pulling out of Tel because we're now going to sign a left centre back? Could that be the plan? I don't know, but it's a joke if we don't sign anyone. Continuing on, Laurie Whitwell said this: United looked at Christopher Nkunku and Leon Bailey's short-term options, but neither deal was being progressed. The club will only pursue transfers that make sporting and monetary sense and will not press ahead unless that is the case, which is fair enough. No panic deals, no bringing people in for the sake of it, but we just need another body in attack. We are thin, we've got no one, and we're not scoring goals. We generally could be top 3 worst attacks in the league right now. I think Ipswich have got more attacking threat than us, and they just lost to Southampton. Manchester United want to stay financially prudent in the final 24 hours of the January transfer window. United are calm, should no further signings arrive. I'm not calm. We're 12 points above the relegation zone, but I'm not calm because I don't know where the next goal's coming from. We could have played Crystal Palace for 3 hours. Like, I don't think we're going to get relegated or anything like that. But there's a Europa League to win. There's, getting a few more points to at least finish top half of the table and not be as embarrassing. We are below Crystal Palace in the league. Wolves will catch us. Everton, I think if they win their game in hand versus Liverpool, can go above us. You have to spend. You have to do something. It's crazy. In terms of other stuff, these are the 3 options we've got tomorrow. I think it's 1, Tel forces buying his hand and they sell him. I don't think it's 100% off. 2, they sign no one and fail to bat Amorim, which is an absolute disgrace. And there will be a huge rant video tomorrow of that. If we do not bring in an attacker, I don't rant very often, but if we don't bring in an attacker, that's an absolute disgrace. And number 3, they panic loan El Bilal Toure. Now, we've not really been linked to El Bilal Toure, only by one source, but there's some stuff going on behind the scenes in mainstream media. A little rumour I've heard that we've made an inquiry today about El Bilal Toure. Just an exclusive bit I got. It said inquiry. We make inquiries about people all the time. Like, I'm told all the time we've made an inquiry about this person or that person. Doesn't mean we're going to sign them. But we made an inquiry about El Bilal Toure. And he's another striker that's young, out of form and not scoring. So it's not the most convincing. I know we need another body in attack, but I want someone that, has got a little bit of quality to them. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, but I have to say it's crazy. And then last but not least, Rashford has completed his Villa medical. Some sources say Rashford will be announced tonight. Some sources say he'll be announced tomorrow. There's also rumours that Watkins could go to Arsenal. So I don't know. Could Tel go to Arsenal? Could Watkins go to Arsenal? Who knows? But you have to spend some money, Man United. You have to show Ruben Amorim some kind of backing because this squad he sets it up all right. Defensively, we're all right. Out possession, we're all right. But we're not scoring goals because we don't have the quality in attack. And that is because we don't have the quality at striker and we don't have the quality in the wing backs. Dorgu is a great signing, but we need more. Guys, tomorrow is deadline day. I'm going to try and keep you updated with all things on deadline day. So please do subscribe to the channel. I will be live tomorrow. There'll be some videos. There'll be some updates. Look, I hope we sign someone. Mixed thoughts now. Thank you for watching. Bye.